What's going on, guys? Adam again, back with the Tommy Garage, and today, guys, we are working with the cheapest TIG machine that I could find on the internet, and we are going to TIG weld with it. Coming up in this video. So there it is, guys. That is the $150 TIG machine that I bought off of eBay. And you know what? I sticked with it. Might not have been the best, but I did, and it actually works, and it works pretty good. And throughout the week, I have been practicing. I have been hard, blood, sweat, and tears practicing to see if I can TIG with this machine, guys. And I'm gonna just cut straight to the chase. Yes, I can TIG with this machine. An absolute beginner, an absolute nobody who has never held a TIG torch in his hand a day in his life. I have been able to weld with it. So I'm gonna show you exactly the setup, then I'm gonna show you what my welds look like. So here it is, guys. Here is my setup. So here it is, guys. This is the cheapest TIG machine that I could find, $150. Link will be in the description. And this does stick and it also does TIG. So what I've got here is some welding gloves right up under the bottom. I got them as a free sample for my job, and you know what? They're not bad, but these are MIG gloves. These aren't TIG gloves. So eventually I will swap these out for some actual TIG gloves. In the meantime, I'm using just some mechanic gloves for my feeding hand. So here we go. Here we've also got our tank, and you know what, guys, I went to a welding shop to see about getting some gas, and let me tell you, funny story about this. So I am an absolute noob when it comes to this. And when I say noob, I mean I don't know much of anything. So if you tell me, no, this is how something is supposed to go, in this instance, I will take your word for it. So I went to the weld shop, which will remain nameless. I went to them and said, I'm TIGging mild steel. I'm trying to learn what gas do I use. I believe it's 100% argon. He says, no, it's not. You only use 100% argon for aluminum. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, that is absolutely false, okay? You need 100% argon when TIGging, okay? That's what you need. I had 75-25 is what he sold me, and it was on a Friday afternoon, and I got home, something didn't feel right, my little tax was coming out terribly, and that was why, because of the wrong gas mixture. So for anybody out there, 100% argon is what you need, so that's what I have. That is an 80-pound tank. It is 80 pounds, weighs a little bit, and it didn't cost much to actually fill it, but the tank itself costs a little bit. We also got the regulator. I had to go to a different weld shop because I wanted a cheapie, I'll be honest, because Miller has one, and their Miller one is like 166 bucks, way too expensive. Didn't want to pay that, but I got the tank, I got the line as well. The line cost me like 10 bucks. And the welding machine, and I got a cart that I ordered from my job. I could have went to Harbor Freight, but right now, you know, with this whole, you know, virus and stuff going around, I've been trying to limit going anywhere for the most part. So this is the setup. Also got a new welding helmet, as you guys have seen before. So now I'm going to turn around and show you the welds that I have gotten so far from this machine. So here we are, guys. Here is my progression of welds, and you know, it ranges from beginning to playing around, and so we'll break it down. My first official day of trying to TIG weld with 75-25 has already been grounded down. So once I actually got the correct actual tank, as I spoke about earlier, I started to try and weld. Now a lot of these welds come from definitely having the heat too low. And that's what you see here. Heat was too low, and my feeding skills was definitely not up to par. Then I skipped on over to here, and I started to get a little bit better. Started to see some progress being made in a lot of them, but then we still kind of fell apart in a lot of different spots here. Then we slowly started to make things look a little bit better than from where they were. And then I came in here on a Wednesday afternoon, didn't have much time, and I just started laying beads. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. And I was like, wow, like just boom, 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 boom. And honestly, I feel like these welds look pretty good. And this is from someone who has never welded before. Just a couple weld videos and just went to town. And then here, I turned the heat up more. I tried to go back and see if I could fix a spot, which doesn't work. And then I just started trying different angles, different stances, and it didn't turn out all that great. But you can see the progression from one side to the next of how I'm slowly getting a little bit better. So obviously this needs to get cut up eventually, and I need to try and weld two pieces of metal together and then start trying to weld angles and everything like that. But you know what, guys, I haven't shown you the process TIGging, how it looks like and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna fire it up and we'll see if we can lay down a couple beads, see how I do, you know, just trying to be humble and trying to make the best of the machine with my skill. So I'm practicing different like positions and different speeds and stuff, trying to nail the speed, because earlier on I was able to get like consistent beads constantly, and I don't know if I'm overthinking it. I don't know if I'm constantly changing up techniques or too much. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting these blow throughs, which means I believe my wire, I'm not feeding my wire appropriately. I still got a couple nice ones spread out throughout there, and I'll start off good on some, but then it won't finish up good. So clearly this shows that I'm still a beginner, but I feel good about the progress that's actually being made. Like I'm actually happy about it. I definitely am gonna end up having to grind this whole thing down and practice some more, but you know what, overall I'm feeling like I'm slowly progressing and making some good headway. So here are the welds you see. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I don't know what that is. That's still hot. But I can get a good weld, and then I'll start off good, and I'll get a good weld here. I'll start off good here and then get some of this junk here and do the same, and then fall apart here and kind of so on and so forth, and get a pretty good one. Got a small little hole right there that's not going to work either. And tried a completely different technique, and that didn't work all that great either. But I see the progress, but if you guys got any suggestions, feel free to let me know. I got a couple more minutes to kill, so you know what? We are going to let this spot cool down, and we'll move on to maybe over here, and we'll do a little bit more TIG practice. Oh, that was terrible. That torch is hot. So, working on my consistency. I'm not feeding enough wire. My speeds is different. That's what I'm seeing is happening with these welds. This weld started off good. I don't know. I just wanted to just try something, and that worked out pretty good. Just going in a different direction, like feeding the wire away from me. That was pretty cool. But what I'm seeing is when I mess up or when I don't hit the puddle, if I skip across the metal and miss it, you will definitely see this is what the result of it. So I'm trying to work on timing. And when I do that, it starts off nice. I get a nice one. Starts off nice. Then this one gets really good. And this one gets good because I started a consistency. I started to get consistent with it. So that felt pretty good. So I see that's going to be the biggest thing for me is working on consistency and hitting that puddle constantly. Hitting the puddle. If I skip across it and it's going to stick or something like that, then I got to back up or something. It messes up the weld. So that's what I've noticed. And also I see that this machine gets really hot. This bad boy heats up pretty good once you start laying multiple beads down. And I dipped the tungsten, so I'm gonna have to take it off and regrind it. I don't know if you can see, but the coloring is different now on it, and the coloring of the flame also changed as well to that bluish color because my filler rod hit the tungsten and it contaminated it and is doing all that. So I'm gonna take that as let's hang it up for today because I'd have to take the tungsten out, resharpen it, and do all that good stuff, and I don't feel like it. So that's gonna be it for me, guys. I mean, as you see, if you guys got any suggestions, let me know in the comment section. So guys, that's a little bit of welding action, just a little progress from an absolute beginner and noob working on the cheapest eBay welder. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you have a comment, drop it in the comment section below. Let me know what I'm doing wrong, what I could do different, or if you have any other questions for me, I appreciate it. And yeah, we're gonna keep working. We're gonna keep grinding, literally, and we're gonna try and get better with it. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.